My silver dealer just told me something that every stacker needs to know. This is the kind of reality check about the real cost and certainly the reality about how much we really get for our silver. Now, in your area, the prices might be different, but well, here where I live, the buyback, at least here, the buyback in my area is now $6 under spot. And the premium to buy those same ounces is about $6 over spot. And that's even before tax even gets added. When I started doing the math in my head, that's at least a $12 spread. And you might have been stacking as long as I have. And that means that, or I'll tell you what, 12, maybe 18 months ago, the price of silver, well, the price to buy it compared to the price to sell it back, that spread, that was about $2 at most. I am talking about 50 cents under spot for the buyback, and maybe at worst about $1.50 over spot to buy. And now look at the prices. I keep hearing people online talk like silver is this simple thing where you just buy it, hold it, and wait for the world to wake up one day. But my real life does not feel simple at all because I work a regular job, I pay regular bills, I count every dollar before I spend it. How is somebody like me supposed to feel confident buying silver when the gap between buying and selling keeps getting wider every month? I don't know if you're like me, but I keep thinking about how many extra hours at work it takes just to cover one bad decision with silver. I know there are people out there who buy giant bars and monster boxes without even blinking, but I am not one of those people because I am just living single, trying to make careful choices while also making sure groceries are paid for and the lights stay on every month. And sometimes I sit at my kitchen table late at night with my little stack laid out in front of me, and instead of feeling proud like I thought I would, I feel overwhelmed by all the moving pieces that seem to push the silver price around every single day. One day silver jumps up because everybody online starts getting excited. Then the next day it falls back down again. And meanwhile, the shops still want high premiums when you buy and still offer less when you sell. So regular people like me end up squeezed in the middle. Does anybody else feel discouraged when they realize they need silver to climb a huge amount just to break even after premiums and taxes? This dealer said he has been seeing more people walk into the shop lately, looking confused about the spreads because many of them thought high silver prices meant they could easily flip their silver for a profit right away. He said some customers get upset at him when they hear the buyback numbers, but then he also said the shops have their own costs and worries too, which somehow made me feel even more nervous because it sounded like everybody in this whole thing is struggling to protect themselves. For me, this entire endeavor has changed because I remember when I first started stacking silver and it felt comforting to hold something real in my hand. And back then I did not spend much time thinking about spreads because I thought silver would naturally rise over time anyway. Now I catch myself checking spot prices during lunch breaks, checking dealer prices before bed, and checking comments online from strangers who all sound completely sure about what silver is going to do next, even though half of them seem to disagree with each other. You let me know. Am I the only person who feels embarrassed admitting that this stuff gets confusing after a while? I mean, come on now. A $12 spread is painful when you think of how many ounces of silver most stackers have accumulated. This is really a new level for this metal.